Welcome to highlights of WTT's Champions Chongqing 2025. The host city has grown to become the most populated in China. The fusion of modern architecture and traditional culture with the wonderful backdrop of the Yangtze River and 23 million hard-working citizens is an intoxicating mix. After last year's successful maiden event here, word has spread that WTT is a hot ticket, and every day a pulsating crowd pack the Infinity Arena. Here are the major headlines from the early knockout stages. On day one, Benedikt Duda's journey in Chongqing was punctuated by Yukiya Uda. The world number 16 raced to take the first two games. The third game was also going to plan for the German as he took a 6-3 lead, but Uda shifted gears.
Oh, gasps of delight from the crowd.
Though Duda managed to save 2 game points, the final score was 3-2 to Uda. World number 10 Alexis Lebrun fended off a spirited challenge from Shunsuke Togami at the end of day one. Togami tested the Frenchman right from the start.
What's not to love about this rally?
With Togami taking a 2-1 advantage, Lebrun dug deep and turned the tables for an encouraging victory.
Backhand does it. Alexis Lebrun takes the victory.
On day 2, Anton Chalderer faced wildcard entry Chun Yanyu in a barn burner that went right down to the wire. This was their maiden WTT clash, and it was Chalderer who took the first game. The momentum then swung to Chun as he took control to win the next 2 games. The Swede called on his vast experience as he mounted a comeback and eventually secured the victory.
Forehand does it. Shell shock time. Shellberry with the victory. Takes it in the 5th.
Meanwhile, Sweden's Truls Mølgaard extended his WTT head-to-head record over Dane Jørgensen Groth to 3-0 after the pair met in the second straight Champions event. Both players treated the fans to some sensational rallies. Here's a perler from game 2.
Still in play, the point goes on. Truls making his way back in. Inside out forehand, the lob. Road wide. Truls to the open table. Truls, mind-numbing.
Mølgaard with a 3-1 win. A huge upset on day 3 when Lee Sang-soo sent 5th seed Hugo Calderano packing with a 3-1 victory. It was the South Korean who took the upper hand, winning the first 2 games comfortably.
Not easy to play the parallel like Lee Sang-soo just did with the backhand.
That jolted the Brazilian into action as he raced to claw back the third.
Classic Calderano.
Calderano was determined to send the match to a decider, but fell just short as he held on for a famous victory. Meanwhile, on the women's side, Egyptian teenager Hannah Goda gave us a glimpse of her rising talent when she played South Korea's Shin Yu-bin. Facing a game point in the 4th, Shin had to dig deep and she produced this moment of magic.
She's doing it. She lobs, she blocks. This is unbelievable. Oh my goodness me!
A 3-1 win in the end, much to the relief of Shin Yu-bin.
It's over. Hard to believe that it is.
On to the round of 16, and we begin with Sun Ying-sha. The top seed once again put on an exhibition of her attacking mastery as she brushed aside Du Hui-Kem 3-love. Du could hardly keep up with the Chinese, and the match was over in less than half an hour, giving Sun her 100th WTT Series women's singles win.
And she takes care of it. It is Sun Ying-sha.
If the women's world number 1 had little trouble in her match, it was a very different story for the men's top seed Lin Shidong. Lin had advanced after eliminating Chinese Taipei's Gao Chunrui, and here, facing An Ye-hun, he was made to work for his victory as the match went down to the wire. After losing the first game, Lin found his composure to take the next two. But An wasn't ready to throw in the towel just yet, as he hit back in the fourth to level the match and send tensions rising at the Infinity Arena.
The edge of the table after one of the most athletic points in this match so far.
Lin needed to get off to a good start in the final game, and he didn't disappoint. After claiming 6 of the opening 7 opening points, any notion of a loss was put aside.
This is just too good.
A hard-fought win for the world number 1 as he marched on to the quarterfinals. Meanwhile, Lin Wenru's dominance over Patrick Franziska continued in Chongqing, extending his head-to-head record against the German to 5 wins. He needed just 27 minutes to dispatch his higher-ranked opponent and set up a meeting with world number 1 Lin Shidong. Wang Chujin arrived in Chongqing with a mission of reclaiming the world number 1 spot that he lost back in February. He unleashed his killer instincts first in the round of 32 against Quadrio Runa, before smashing his next opponent, Alexis Lebrun, into submission.
Oh, the table's so close, Wang Chujin.
2 matches down and 2 bagels served. The world number 1 was unstoppable as he bulldozed his way into the quarterfinals. Meanwhile, the excitement never died down at WTT Champions Chongqing. Hirota Shinozuka, having survived a tough encounter against Dmitry Ovcharov, once again found himself with a mountain to climb. Facing Lee Sang-soo and staring at a 2-game deficit, the Japanese mustered up an epic performance to clinch a comeback win.
Nice back.
What a rally that was, oh my goodness.
His reward was a place in the quarters, where he'll face 4th seed Tomokazu Harimoto in an all-Japanese clash. So, 32 players from each draw became 8, and that was eventually whittled down to 2. It's the quarterfinals and semi-finals for the elite men's and women. More WTT Champions Chongqing 2025 coming right up. Don't go away.